Welcome back, viewers, to another edition of Let's Play Pool of Radiance. In this edition, as you can see, I've slowed down the speed a little bit. I think we're going to need it eventually. Actually, hold on. Speed. Let's make it faster for the time being. Before I leave the city, I'll try to remember to make it slower. Da-da-da-da-da. Councils, yes, we know that. Chambers go through the south door. So, we need to go through the south door. It is imperative that a message be delivered to the Zhentil outpost to the west. I am sending you as diplomatic envoys. Sure you are, Mark Schlereth. When you get to the Zhentil Keep, present this packet to its commandant. Do not break the seals or you will be seized as spies. Aye. Okay. Well, apparently we can't break the seals. We should be able to go over to... Wait, where do we want to go? West. We should be able to go over to Hodel Plaza or whatever and have that thief. Oh, there goes my cell phone. Okay. Actually, I'm going to try that. I didn't see anything that said you could do it in the thing, but who knows? I doubt it, but what was it? No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Sorry, I would, but I haven't cleared out that block yet. It's the textile house, I think, that's where the guy is. And I haven't cleared that out. Which wouldn't be a problem, except there's level draining undead there, so I am not cool with that. I'm not getting level drained. I should really clear that out sometime off camera. Huh. It would have been interesting to see if you could do that. I can't have my guys level drained. I can't deal with it. I mean, it would be far too annoying. So, you know, I'm not exactly looking forward to Valheim Graveyard. So, we're gonna go west. Professor Kill will pay, as always, just because he's the first person in the party. He's got deep pockets, because he's got a thing of ogre strength or something like that. Right? He's got gauntlets of ogre power. So, it's not too far off from the Buccaneers base here. Here it is. A group of armed guards ride by. Let us save. No, we are not. Sorry, but I just remembered to alter my speed. Hopefully that'll be good. I'm just worried that things are going to go by and I'm not going to be able to press enter, and we're not going to be able to read them. A group of men on horseback ride out to meet you. It's like Rohan. It's like Rohan, right? From Lord of the Rings? I don't know. If I got the right city. I think so. I think it is Rohan. Their leader says, "Are you the diplomatic envoys from New Flan?" What will you say? Yes, we are. Even if we weren't, we'd say we were. You are being escorted into Zhentil Outpost. Very nice. From here, you see a large inner wall around the central keep. This area is busy with men entering and leaving the barracks. I was reading it fast because I thought it was going to disappear. You're led toward the central keep. Okay. Very nice. Oh, nice. Nice graphic. You are inside the Commandant's office. He greets you, and you hand him the papers. Oh, before I page on, a word on Zhentil Keep. Zhentil Keep is, perhaps you wouldn't know from the name, and it's a good possibility you already know, but maybe you don't. It's a major city. It's basically the closest major city to Flan, so they're kind of ambivalent, understandably, about New Flan potentially regaining power. So there's a little political background for this episode. So you are inside the Commandant's office. He greets you and you hand him the papers. After skimming through the papers, the Commandant says, "I welcome you and hope you will join me for dinner tonight. He tells a guard to give you a tour of the outpost. So we get a tour of the outpost. Anything special? The guard giving the tour says, "Here you see one of our fine barracks. There are 6 of these here, and each can hold over 100 men." Whoa. So, in theory, if it was to come to it, we would have to kill like 600 people here. I don't think we really want to do that. That's like massacre. Here you see, we don't mind massacring kobolds. Alright, but yeah. Here you see one of our fine watchtowers, which were built by the finest stonemasons in the land. From here you can also see our solidly built outside wall. This wall has survived many attacks, including one from a dragon. The guard says, "That concludes the tour. I will show you to your quarters." How nice of him. Lead us to our quarters, kind sir. Interesting. Let's see. Okay. Guard says, "Here are your quarters. Do not leave the area." He then leaves. Let's relax until dinner. At dusk, a guard comes by to escort you to dinner. So that's where we're going. We're going to dinner. This should be pleasant. Eating dinner in Zhentil Keep. Very nice. I'm psyched. I wonder what kind of food they eat there. I hope it's not like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. You arrive at the officers' mess and are seated with the commandant and his advisors. A fine meal of roast boar is served with a hearty red wine. You gotta have red wine with boar. The commandant turns to one of the characters and says, "So, how's everything in Flan? What will you talk about?" Politics. As you mentioned politics, the commandant says, "I've heard that Flan's town's council is corrupt, specifically Ulrich Eberhard. Is this true?" I don't know. You say that you don't know anything about that matter, and the commandant responds by saying, "Yes, of course you don't." I don't know how to feel about that. You continue with the your conversation with the commandant. What will be your next topic of discussion? The city. Are you going to talk about New or Old Flan? New Flan. As you talk about New Flan, the commandant listens carefully. The commandant says, "Is it true that the real power in New Flan is Bishop Brachio?" Well, that's a rumor. I don't really know. He says, "Yes, of course you don't." You continue your conversation with the commandant. What will be your next discussion? Magic. One of the commandant's advisors asks if you've heard of any unique magical items or places. Mention the Pool of Radiance. As you mention the Pool of Radiance, the commandant tells you a story about that very pool. You enjoy the story, and copy it into your journal under entry 46. Oh, well, we can always use a story about the Pool of Radiance. Now we just have to hunt down journal entry 46. Okay. Told as a jaunty after-dinner conversation. After dinner? I thought we were still eating dinner. This is an old story that I first heard while serving at the Citadel of the Raven. Durg was the usual barbarian hero. The type able to snap 5 men's backs with his bare hands, wrestle, and tame the cloud horses, pierce a man with his javelin from many miles away, and other equally preposterous things. The story goes that Ding and his band... His name was Ding? The story goes that Durg and his band of men found a pool of unfrozen water while wandering in the snowy wastes. Durg's little pet lizard, Jesma, got too close to the pool and discovered that not only was the water not frozen, it was boiling hot! So hot that it cooked the skin right off of Jesma. Durg was so angered, he thrust his spear into the pool and roiled the waters, just like a toilet. The demon of fire that inhabited the pool was disturbed and roared out of the pool to do battle. The demon leapt from man to man, consuming them in a single touch. But the demon of fire could not defeat Durg. Neither could Durg find a weapon strong enough to withstand the creature's fire. After battling for an entire day, Durg finally called upon his totem god for aid. With this magical aid, Durg was able to trap the flaming demon in a triangle of power where supposedly he is even to this day. Wow. Should we be dealing with a demon here? Huh. We talk a little while longer, then the Commandant states that he has other duties to attend to. He bids you good night. Isn't that pleasant? He bids us good night. It's 14:48, that means it's nighttime. I really don't know how time works here. Oh wow, we were searching that whole time. Let's sleep with a watch. You wait in your room for about 2 hours, when suddenly